Happy Monday. Hello, hello, everyone. Sorry, I was like setting up a little screen share thing and I looked over. I'm like, oh my goodness, it's 1 o'clock. So sorry, I'm a little bit behind going live today. Welcome, everyone. I am Danny Ackerman, the Niche Lady. If this is your first time here, we are so glad you made it to the live. And if you're watching this on the replay, well, I'm still very happy that you found the video and are watching on the replay. Today's topic is going to be the dreaded dun 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 shipping. No, it's not dreaded. We're going to take the dread out of shipping. But I did want to just have an open session of talking about shipping, the questions you have, the problems you run into, the confusion you might have, and I'm going to show you what it looks like on one of my listings that I set up, and then what it looks like publicly as that listing goes live. We're going to cover all that today. But most of all, I'm going to talk to these awesome people over here in my live chat. Now, if you're on the replay, of course, you won't be able to interact on the live chat. So make sure you find your way over here on Mondays at 1 p.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. Eastern, and you too can be over in my live chat and ask those questions. So let me take a peek over here and see what we got going on. Anybody over in my chat, are you in Florida? Because I want to know what's happening with the weather. Because I fly into Florida on Sunday. So I'm a little nervous about this whole hurricane thing happening when I'm going to Florida. So, whew, it's a little nerve-wracking. And Jordan is going with me. So Jordan is flying here to Vegas Sunday morning, and then we fly out Sunday evening to head to Florida. Going to Tampa. Don't check into any tall buildings. Ugh, let's not even go there. We are staying at a very, very nice, I can't think of the name of it, a very nice resort that's just outside of Tampa. We are going for it's called the Proven Conference. If anybody's interested in attending that conference, hit me up in an email or a message over on Facebook, and I'd be happy to fix you up with some tickets. I think there's still tickets available. There's also going to be recordings of all the sessions, but it's a heavy Amazon-based conference. That's why I haven't spoken too much about it, because most of you guys are my eBayers. I'm actually going there to speak about eBay. And mostly how Amazon sellers can utilize eBay, since it's mostly Amazon sellers there. It's run by Jim Cockrum, who runs the MySilentTeam.com Facebook group and the MySilentTeam.com podcast. And if anybody wants to get into Amazon, please let me know. I can definitely shoot you in the right direction to get information that's going to help you with this, get you hooked up into Jim's community, where it's much like my community in that it's very positive focused, problem solving, no, like just venting and talking about all the bad stuff. In fact, Jim is a very good mentor of mine. I love Jim Cockrum, and all he's taught me about leadership, in my Facebook group and in my community. Okay, so what is happening in the whole shipping world with you guys? First of all, let me just say, I hope everyone had a fantastic 4th of July. Anybody do anything fun? I know we're just gonna like chit chat today. It's it's technically a holiday still. There's no shipping to do today, although my gal's out there, packaging up all your live sale purchases. But we're casual today. We are just having a casual day. Am I gonna shop till I drop? I'm only gonna get to shop on Wednesday afternoon and Thursday morning, early afternoon. I fly back out Thursday afternoon, evening. So there are a couple of people I'm looking forward to meeting. I'm going to meet Joni. Is Joni over in the chat? I'm going to meet Joni. I am going to get to go shopping with Chapter 2 Vintage Co., Alex and Aaron. Actually, I don't know if Aaron will be there. I know I'm shopping with Alex. I hope they're both there. I'm very much looking forward to meeting them. And you know what? We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We'll see who I run into. Okay, let me start watching for some of your questions on shipping. Let's jump into this topic. Oh, thank you, Bree, for posting the link to the Niche to Profit group, which is the Facebook group that I personally run. Let's see. Hold on. I'm sure I'm missing some questions. So maybe if my mods could go copy and paste those and put them back in for me. Okay, I see one. Where do you get your supplies? Great starting question. I will tell you, when I started out, I got my supplies on trash day. I would dumpster dive. I would go get boxes on the side of the road, in the backs of retail spaces. And that's a really good place to get some boxes that are not priority branded if you need to ship things first class or first class international, or even parcel post and that kind of thing. You also can get free supplies, free, which is my favorite number, from USPS.com. Those are all the priority mail boxes. Now, I'm not a fan of flat rate, so don't just order or pick up flat rate boxes. Make sure you are stocked with what I call the number 7, the number 4, and the shoebox. That's the 12 by 12 by 8, the 7 by 7 by 8, I want to say. It's a little square. And then the shoebox is actually called the shoebox. You can get all of that stuff over on the USPS website. It's fantastic. Now, as the years have gone on and I have upscaled my business, I now purchase boxes, and I purchase bubble wrap, and I purchase packing peanuts from a company here in Vegas called Miller Supply. If anybody's in Vegas and you want to get hooked up with Miller Supply, again, shoot me an email. I will connect you with Mr. Miller, who will give you the Danny deal. If you're not in Vegas, that's not going to be such a great deal. So there's other places. There is Bubble Fast. Bubblefast.com is located, I think they're in the Midwest. So if you can ship kind of out from there, they have some pretty good prices and really good quality supplies. Mark and Robin Levine run Bubble Fast. Now you have to go over to the website, bubblefast.com, and if you use the code Danny, all capital, D-A-N-N-I, you're going to get a 10% discount as well. I don't get anything from that. That's simply a code that they have given me to give to my community as just a little thank you perk. And other than that, it's just finding a local wholesale source. Don't go to Staples. Don't go to Home Depot. Don't go to those places that have already marked it up from wholesale. You want to find a wholesale source. Even something like Uline. Uline's, I think, based out of California, so that could be a good resource for some. Get creative. Go to your little private little pack and ship places, and you can sometimes even ask if they'll sell you the big packages of peanuts or the big rolls of bubble wrap. That's what I used to do too. So think outside the box. Get creative when it comes to finding those packing materials. All right, let's see. Oh, I love hearing that, Kathy, that you ordered from Bubble Fast. It was great, and the peanuts within a couple days. They are good people. They are resellers like you and me. They're just resellers like you and me, so they get it. They know what you need. Oh, you have a Uline in Canada. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, I'm going to kind of work my way with the most current of questions, and then we'll work backwards. So let's talk about this. Do I offer free shipping, or how to offer free shipping? I guess I read that wrong. So how to offer free shipping. Personally, I don't offer free shipping anymore. And I'll tell you why. So I was a huge, huge advocate of free shipping. And the reason was that Amazon introduced the Prime program. And with the Prime program came free shipping. That was like the big drive. And they really trained online purchasers about free shipping. It was like a psychological thing, because we all know that shipping is included in that purchase price. Okay, so what has happened now? It's been several years since that whole wave. Over the last couple of years, more and more companies have been selling online, and more companies do not offer free shipping. Therefore, more and more people are getting trained out of that free shipping mode. And even on Amazon, they stopped including free shipping pretty much in everything. They raised the threshold for where you get free shipping if you're not a Prime account. I think it's like $35 now. And they don't always offer free shipping even on Prime stuff now. So we're kind of away from where you just had to do it to compete. So especially in the antiques and collectibles market, you do not have to do free shipping. In fact, collectors are pretty savvy now, and they know that you have included that shipping price into the purchase price, and people who are farther away from you closer to you, feel a little cheated because, you're figuring that worst case scenario. So you don't have to do free shipping, and I recommend you don't do free shipping. That you're going to hear it right here from me. Don't do it. And if you do choose to do free shipping, then you want to take into consideration the worst case scenario shipping. That means when you have your weight and everything, figure out what it would cost to ship that to zone 8. So for me, that's like New York. If you're in New York, that's going to be like California. So figure out where that farthest thing that you're going to ship is, and that's what you want to include into the purchase price. And you need to be careful when you are accepting best offers. You need to be careful that you're aware of how much that shipping is going to be. So that's the thing that kind of can foul things up a little bit. So be careful with that. Now, if you are in a market where all of your competitors are doing free shipping, the rule of thumb is generally, okay, well, you have to do free shipping. I tend to say do something different. Test it. Test not doing free shipping so that your listing stands out a little bit, so that that amount that the customer sees is less than the one they see with the free shipping. So you got to test things, see if it works. But across the board, carte blanche, don't do free shipping unless testing shows that that's the only way your items are going to sell, whatever that item is. But antiques, collectibles, you definitely don't need to do free shipping anymore. All right, let's see. Oh, my little chat just bouncy. Okay. It's going fast, guys. I'm sorry. Can I see your comments? Anne-Marie, yes, I see your comments on my Facebook peeps. Welcome. Thanks for joining in over on Facebook. Let's see. I'm looking for questions. Marcy Clark says, make friends with maintenance housekeeping in nicer neighborhood apartment buildings. People order a lot of stuff, and they put shipping materials in recycle rooms all the time. That is an excellent tip. Excellent tip. Thank you, Marcy. Lots of places. I used to go to Walmart in the early morning, right after they were in the process of stocking, and they had all the little boxes. Like, go to the department that has the size boxes. Like, for me, it was like the cosmetics department. I wanted the small boxes for first class. Boom. They were always willing to give those to me. Oh, Uline is in the Midwest also. That's excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, dokie. Let's see. Bethe, you quit offering free shipping. So let me ask you this, Bethe. You say you quit offering free shipping. How has it affected your sales? Have you noticed a difference? Have you had more sales? Have you had less sales? What does the data show you? I would love to know. So I see a question about how I keep organized when I do a live sale, but that's not going to really be of interest to most of the people here. And it's not shipping. I'm going to try very hard to stay on topic, especially when the people come and they watch the video afterwards and they go, but you didn't stay on topic. I get that a lot because I tend to squirrel. Okay. All right. Throw those questions at me. Oh, can resellers give free postage? I wanted to ship a simple jar and it will cost $14. I think this goes with the free shipping. So in order to offer free postage, free shipping on that item, you would have to build that $14 into the price. So $14 plus however much you wanted to get for the jar. So that's a real consideration. That is a perfect example of what I was just talking about. Do I ship internationally? I heard a lot of folks sort of stopped this year due to COVID. So I don't know that it's so much because of COVID, although the postal system got a little crazy this past year. The reason that I will only ship eBay orders, international eBay orders, is through the global shipping program. That's it. And I used to not be an advocate. Again, so if you have known me for, let's say, 8 to 10 years, you know that what I'm saying now is not what I said then. And that is because in business, we have to flex and change with the changing times. And with eBay's new policies on returns, for me personally, the risk is not worth sending things internationally without that protection of the global shipping program. And what the global shipping program does is makes it so that you just ship the item to a warehouse in Kentucky and your part ends there. If it gets broken, if it doesn't arrive, I mean, there's still the possibility of item not as described. It doesn't take that away. But broken or not arriving, you are not held liable. So I'm a little squeamish about shipping international expensive items, only because as customers, even in international countries, get more into this wave of we're all a big, Amazon that can just take returns, it gets a little trickier. So you have to be willing to take the risk and be able to afford to take the risk in order to offer that international shipping. And honestly, international sales are not what they used to be. I mean, it used to be 30% of my business. It isn't anymore because there are eBays in Germany, France, England, Spain, India. Is there one? I know there's one in an Asian country, but I don't know if it's Japan or China. But there's eBay all over now. So they don't necessarily need to come to ebay.com anymore. Australia, oh yeah, of course, Australia. Yeah, that used to be one of my biggest markets. I used to ship so much stuff to Australia until they opened up the eBay Australia, and then that kind of zapped. Okay, dokie. Let me look for some more questions. Hold on. Let's see. Tiger says, as a buyer, I compare prices of items with free shipping and without free shipping. It usually adds up to the same price. As a seller, learned not to offer free shipping. LOL, don't ask how. Well, we're going to ask how now. Come on, you can't say that. But yeah, customers are savvier now. That's the bottom line. Customers know what the jig is. They're not going to get, psychologically fooled by the free shipping thing anymore. Yep. Looking back through these chat things to see. So you say, I do flat rate, buyer ship free for things that weigh less and make sense. Heavy items, I do buyer calculated shipping. Free shipping did not really make any difference in making the sale. Sorry, I should have put that on the screen while I was reading it. And when you say flat rate, are you using flat rate boxes? Because the reason I say that, if I'm processing your question here, or your statement actually, if you're offering free shipping and putting it in flat rate boxes, you're hurting yourself. I will just tell you that right now. So flat rate was a pretty ingenious thing that the post office came up with to boost post office profits. 9 times out of 10, the item you are shipping is going to be cheaper to ship in a regular priority box versus a flat rate. The exceptions are things that are over 3 or 4 pounds and going to a farther zone, or things that will fit in the padded flat rate envelope. Those are the exceptions. But most things, you are not better off using those flat rate boxes. Just be aware of that. Be very aware of that. It's easy. It's like the no math zone. I mean, I like not having like, oh, this is the price it is. I get that. I get wanting to simplify that, but it's not in your best interest. It's not in your profit margin's best interest. Yeah. Savvy, savvy, savvy. Where to purchase peanuts in bulk? Again, I get them locally. I used to, before I started using Miller Supply, I went to a little local pack and ship place and asked them if they would be willing to let me buy some of the large bags, which are like 14 cubic inches, 14, I don't know what it is. It's 14 cubic something. It's a big bag. But okay, you know what I'm talking about. But I asked them if they'd be willing to sell them to me for slightly over what they paid, and they absolutely had no problem doing that. And in fact, it helped them because the more in bulk a company can order, the lower the price gets. So I was helping them get a lower price on their peanuts. So they were more than happy to do it. So sometimes just finding a little privately owned pack and ship place can be a really good source to get those bulk peanuts. Oh, you're not using the flat. Oh, good. Oh, good, good, good. Yeah, you're just using the worst case scenario. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I'm like trying to read and then find these questions. Okay. No silly questions here, by the way. There's no stupid questions. There's no silly questions. We all had these questions when we started out, myself included. So don't ever feel like your question is not valid. It's valid. Should I pack an item for shipping before listing and then weigh it so my shipping cost is accurate? So what I would say to that is you need to know what your item is going to weigh packaged. I don't package things up first because I have come to know, well, this is another reason that I order uniform boxes and I don't just get like dumpster dive boxes and things where they're all different. I know what those USPS boxes weigh. I know what the boxes I order weigh. I know how much to add to the weight of the item that I'm listing. So if you know what your packing materials weigh, you can add that to the weight of the item that you're listing. And really, you know, it goes from 1 to 2 pounds, 2 to 3 pounds, 3 to 4 pounds, 4 to 5. You know, you've got a pound in there of leeway. So if you think it's like really on the border, bump it up to the next pound increment and you'll stay safe without having to do all that work of packaging it up first. Just know what your boxes and peanuts and bubble wrap might add an ounce, if that. They weigh nothing. That's why they are wonderful. If you are using paper, that's going to add weight. So that can bump it up a little bit more, and you need to be aware of that. So I hope that answered your question. All right. Oh, let's talk about, hold on. Let's talk about that covering and brown paper thing. I just saw that topic come up. Okay. Well, we're happy you're here. Is it okay to use USPS boxes and cover them up with brown paper? I like their sizes, but know their prices. Okay, no, I absolutely not. You cannot cover up a priority mail box and ship any other way than priority. Those boxes have to go priority rate. Do not cover them up with brown paper to try to use a cheaper rate. And really, your customer is paying the shipping. No, even if you do free shipping, your customer is paying the shipping. So there is no need to try and get around shipping rates. They know what that rate is. And generally, there's not much difference now between parcel and priority going to most places. So there's really no reason to do that. The second reason I'm not a fan of brown paper or paper wrap is the process of everything going through the conveyor belts and the sorting equipment. It only takes one little snag of that paper to catch, and it can rip your whole box open because it can catch and then flip and then get pounded, and then bad things can happen. So for that reason, I'm not a fan of brown paper. Is it legal to use brown paper? Yes. But if you're using it on a priority box, make sure you are shipping priority rates. And I'm telling you, if you're not getting like the top rated seller discounts of shipping over on eBay, go to pirateship.com. It's commercial plus pricing is what it's called. And they will give that to everybody over on Pirate Ship. They only give it to top rated sellers on eBay. Oh, my eyes started watering. That's what happens when I put on makeup. And yes. All right, I hope that answered that question. There's also a place in eBay where you can pass on your discount to the customer or not. I do not pass on the shipping discount to the customer. And the reason why I don't do that is because we pay fees. We pay fees on that shipping. So that little bit of a discounted rate that we get offsets that fee, offsets your packing materials and all of that. Okay. You used a pool noodle to pack today. Yay! Love the pool noodles. Love the pool noodles. Ooh, let's talk about this controversial topic. Okay, is it legal to cover flat rate box and then ship another way? I would not do that. Again, for the same reason I said, anytime you cover something up, it can get caught, it can get uncovered, it can become a mess. What you technically can do, according to the DMM, is you can modify the box. Now, don't do it unless it's just like you don't have another box to use. So can you get away with it? Yes, you can. Technically, you can modify the box, and in their own DMM, it's okay, but why risk it? You know, why risk it? Because all the other boxes are free and the sizes are close. The only exception I make to that is the game board box is just perfect for shipping games, but the rate is really crazy expensive. So I always make sure that I cut it to the size of the game, cover up every barcode, black it out with Sharpie, black out anything that says flat rate. I have never had a problem doing that. And don't go to the counter. If you do that, don't go to the counter. Drop it off or schedule a pickup, and don't bring it to the attention of a counter person, because those counter people can be a little stickler, and they don't actually know what the DMM reads. All right, I'll just say that. Oh, so in North Carolina, they don't even allow packages wrapped in brown paper. Yep. There you go. Yep. Do I ever use Zone A boxes? 4 pounds will ship at the 2 pound rate. I do not. If I have something that I want to get a better shipping rate on, I use Pirate Ship's box in a bag. I don't think there's any better rate than the pirate ship box in a bag rate. It's phenomenal. It's almost too good to be true. And yet we get to use it. And again, it's because of that commercial plus pricing. So it's as if, you know, pirate ship is like some big, huge company and we're getting the benefit of their shipping rate. I think that's how that means, how that works. Do I mark fragile or I just rely on my packing? So marking fragile it changes nothing. It does absolutely zero to the way that the package is handled. The only difference is if you pay for special handling from the post office and they slap their special handling sticker on the package and it's really expensive. If you have a $500 piece of glass, by all means, go pay for that special handling. What that means is it's not going to go through the conveyor belt and drop into bin process that all of our packages go through. And so fragile doesn't change that. By the time you get it, whatever damage is going to have been done to it is done. Your postal worker, even if they are a little rough with it, is not where damage occurs. It is occurring in the processing of that mail. Think about the millions of packages that are processing and how streamlined that process must be to get all those packages where they need to go. They are getting thrown onto conveyor belts that are sometimes 2 stories high as they dump into bins and sorted and shoved through here, shoved through there. And because priority mail is up to 70 pounds, it could just be the luck of the draw that your fragile glass vase that you packaged really well has a 70-pound package drop on top of it in the sorting process, and stuff can happen. Now, it's rare, but it can happen. And so the best thing you can do to get your packages there safely, 2 to 3 inches of a shock absorbing material. I am either a styrofoam or you know, the pool noodles. That's why those work good. I'm a Packing Peanuts fan. I have been using Packing Peanuts for 30 plus years. And my breakage rate, I can count on one hand over that many years. I don't want to date myself too much, but it's worked. And you know the saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I have no reason to switch from Packing Peanuts because they work phenomenally well for what I sell. So I know a lot of people hate the Packing Peanuts, but I got to tell you, it's that styrofoam, it's that give, it's that cushion. Air pillows can deflate, and then you've got a movable object. You know, think about things going up in an airplane. What happens? Have you ever taken a balloon up altitude-wise? Funny story. We came home from Disneyland once, and the kids had those special balloons in the car. We climbed the mountain to come back over into Vegas, and the balloons. So altitude changes air. So you have to be careful if you're using those air pillows on super fragile stuff. Don't use those. I would just say don't use those. Paper will fill the void. Paper will pack things. But again, paper does not have a shock absorption like a styrofoam does. So use tons of bubble wrap if you're going to use paper. That's all I got to say about that. But the fragile really is for your customer's perception that you took great care to get the item. It will not change the way that it is handled. All right, let's see. Oh, fragile stickers are nice for covering up barcodes and writing and stuff. Absolutely. Yeah. Exactly. Thank you, Tiffany. Marking fragile just makes your customer feel good. That's it. Unless the customer believes that that is what caused the damage if it comes damaged. I mean, you can't win. You just can't win sometimes. Yeah. Always rely on your packaging over writing fragile. Yeah. Okay. Where is that shipping discount? Let me see. I'm trying to think where that is. Stand by. I'll share my screen in just a second. Let me get to where it is without sharing all of my private information. It's going to be in your preferences. Here we go. Hold on one second. No, it's not in there. Gosh, it's been so long since I said it, I don't remember. Hold on. If anybody knows, you put that in the chat. I honestly don't remember where to set that up. Don't see it. Huh. I know there's a place though. Sorry, I can't find it right off the bat. I don't remember where that was. Sorry, I can't remember where that was. But it's in there somewhere. What is a zone box?
Tiny and Shelly are out.
Rachel is telling me that Tiny and Shelly are out. You can get.
I wet Shelly's mush.
You can get Shelly some nice, yummy greens.
She's eating her mush.
Okay, you can still get her some nice, yummy greens as a treat since she's out. Okay. I don't know if there's some lettuce would be good. Some romaine. I think we have some. Okay. Getting a tortoise update. Our tortoises are being silly today. So zones are like the distance your package has to travel. The USPS sets up those zones 1 through 8, with 1 being the closest, like your neighbor would be zone 1, and 8 being like the other side of the country. So it's just, and everything is by zones now, as well as size. And I want to talk about size because I'm surprised nobody has said anything about size yet. Oh yes, the birds are very happy. The kids just came home this morning and all of the animals are ecstatically happy. Maybe it's, no, it's, I don't know where it is. That's really funny. I don't know where it is. Huh. Very interesting. I mean, I'm looking over here at my little shipping option and I don't see it. So weird. Okay. Let's talk about size of package, because I know that's one that a lot of people get in trouble with. So the maximum size of a package for it to still just be the rate determined by weight is 12 by 12 by 12, or 1 cubic foot. And it doesn't have to be a 12 by 12 by 12 box. It can be any combination that adds up to those 36 inches. So you want to be careful if you have a large item and you're like right there at the cusp of going into that oversize, cut down the box, cut down to where you can get it into that 1 cubic foot. That will keep you from going into what they call dimensional weight. At dimensional weight, it no longer really matters what it weighs. You're getting charged based on the size. And let me tell you, it's a doozy. It can take something that would ship for $20 up to like $50. I mean, it's substantial and it can be a killer. So when you're creating your listing, that's something you need to know too. If you have a large item, make sure if you put 3 inches of room all the way around that item, that you consider those dimensions when you're inputting things into eBay. In my opinion, what is the maximum weight of an item for shipping? Or do you decide something is too heavy based on the shipping cost relation to the cost of the item? I have shipped sofas. So there's no maximum as far as I'm concerned. I have shipped, what was it? It was an electric stove that it went that went UPS freight, I believe. It had to be put on a pallet and no, there's no. If somebody is willing to pay for something and the shipping, I sell it. Now, I don't deal with that big stuff like right now because I don't have the space, but I'm not afraid to ship big, heavy monster items. In fact, sometimes those are your hugely profitable items. I cannot wait until I have a space where I can sell furniture again via eBay. It's a beautiful thing. There's things like uship.com that people can contract to come pick things up. Now, when it comes to shippable things, I mean, I ship great big pieces of art. I ship great big glass vases. It doesn't really bother me to ship something heavy as long as the profit margin is worth the hassle factor. So I'm looking at the time element more than the size and weight. I'm looking at how much that item is worth and how much is built in there to compensate for my time, which is what you'll hear me sometimes say about the hassle factor. So there has to be enough profit to deal with the hassle factor, and you need to figure out what your time is worth as if you're going to deal with that. But yeah, if I find the right item, I will ship anything. I did ship a sofa. Yes, I did. Oh my goodness, it cost you $62 to ship a wreath from Oregon to Idaho. Whoa, so must have been those oversized dimensions, but sometimes you can use other services like I think FedEx. I think theirs is 14 cubic is their threshold. They may have changed it by now, but they're like sometimes they'll go a little bigger than USPS. USPS is the worst for oversized. I would say if you have an oversized item, go check FedEx and UPS before you consider using USPS. Okay. Explain more about the box and the bag. Does the bag need to be the same size as the box? Nope. Or can I put a box in a garbage bag? Yes. Now, here's the thing with box and a bag. You know what? I can pull up Pirate Ship and show you. I can show you what that looks like. Birds, you're being very loud. Are you happy, birds? That would be scoop. Scoopers. Okay. So here is Pirate Ship. Can you guys all see that? Maybe I can blow that up just a little bit. Never blow it up. So here's your standard quick rate quote. You put in your zip code. I don't know. Somebody throw me a zip code. Throw me like anybody who's on the East Coast, throw me a zip code. That's what we'll have some fun with. Oh, that was with UPS. Oh my goodness. It must have been huge. All right, I'm just waiting for the lag for you to, there we go. There we go. We got 21613. So we're going to put in 21613. All right, I'm going to show you first. Let's say we have I'm going to say if it was going in a box, it would be 8 by 8 by 8. All right, and let's say it's 4 pounds. All right, see, I put that all in there. I'm going to get my rate quote. So, oh, why are you telling me cubic already? So it's already giving me the cubic rate here, which is interesting. I got to check something. All right, so 1325. If I change this and I select, see where it says box in a bag here. If I select that, now obviously the box is 8 by 8. I'm going to need at least a 10 by 10 package here. Ah, there we go. Check that out. See how that went down? Dum, dum, dum. We went down to 952 from, whoop, I didn't want to show that. Hold on. Stand by. Why did it do that? Go back to rates. Oh, Pirate Ship. What was that zip code again? 253537. Hold on. I hit the back tab instead of, All right, let me put this back on. Okay, so, oh, there's the rate. I don't know why it was showing me that one before. So you can see I put in 25387. Oops, 8 by 8 by 8. Let me put in exactly what I did before. 4-pound package. I think we're discovering something very interesting here. So if the package is 8 by 8 by 8 versus 10 by 10 by 10, it's a much different rate. Who knew? Oh, very interesting. Because the package size is not supposed to matter until you get over 12 by 12 by 12. We're going to play with this a little bit, guys. This is a very interesting thing. Okay, and then 1896. But now, same zip code, change to box in a bag, change this to 10 by 10, and we're at 952. That's what I'm saying. There you go. Oh, hi, Patrick. We got Trusty Huckster in the house. Thank you for showing the right way to do box and bag. Some resellers are entering the box size instead of the bag size and getting artificially lower rate. Yes, yes, yes. And that's what's going to get us in trouble. That's what's going to get us having this beautiful thing taken away. So you do want the bag to be bigger than the box. It needs to be in the box, not just wrapped up in a bag. And you need to put the dimensions of the bag. And an 8 by 8 box is not going to fit in an 8 by 8 bag. It's not going to work. So yeah, that's how that works. All right, and that's box in a bag. And we have it until we have it, until post office gets savvy to all of us figuring it out, and then we don't have it. Now keep in mind, if you use poly bags that you're purchasing, there's a cost in that. And some of the larger poly bags can get a little expensive. So you got to see where it all falls and is it worth it. You found that a 12 by 12 by 6 shipped to California for less than the standard 12 by 12 by 8. I'm going to have to pay attention to that because I tend to just put in like an under 12 by 12 by 12 size. And now I have to keep an eye on that. That's very interesting. Where do I suggest purchasing the poly bags? Kind of the same places that we talked about at the beginning of the show. I'm a fan of my bubble people. Why is my brain just going numb there? Bubble Fast. Oh my gosh, I just like to have that major brain moment. Bubblefast.com is where I've always gotten my poly bags prior to my hooking up here with my Miller Supply. They even have a Danny pack, which is a variety of sizes that you might need to use. I'm just saying. Over 17-inch poly bag is a lot more in cost on pirate ship. Very true. That's why you have to just look at the numbers and play with it. This is also why you don't need to pass any discounts over to your eBay customer, because it's really none of their business. They've agreed to pay the postage that was shown, bottom line. That's it. They agreed to pay that amount when they purchased the item. If you can get yourself a little discount, a little addition to your profit margin in there for your time and effort and fees and packing materials, then there is nothing immoral, wrong, or fattening about that. You, as a business person, are being smart if you are doing that. It's a smart thing to do. Don't think that it makes you a bad person. There's no guilt. There's no shame. It's just business. It's good business. And it really offsets those times when you messed up and you didn't put in the right weight or the right dimensions. It all balances out in the end. Okay. Is it less expensive than using Upline? Oh, I think you meant Uline for the poly bags. You'll have to go do cost comparisons. Like, I don't know, because I don't get my supplies that way. You don't use pirate ship and you don't have the box price change when using eBay. Yeah, exactly. No, exactly. You are exactly right. It doesn't change on eBay. That's why I found it very interesting to just discover, but it has something to do with the cubic rate. And the cubic rate seems to be something that is very special to pirate ship. So there we go. Can you tape the bag down to conform to the box to fit snug? I mean, technically you can, but I don't think that's the intended purpose. But, you know, there's always things you can get away with for a period of time until one day you can't. And then the day that the door slams shut on us on this really cool rate will be the day that everybody's going to be on social media saying, I don't know why we lost our cubic rate. I'm just saying, just play by the rules. Just play by the rules. It's a beautiful thing. Just use it until we can't. Follow the rules. How many packing peanuts do I go through in a week? Whew. You know, I'm not out there doing the shipping. I think I am doing the ordering though. I order about 4 bags a month. So about a bag a week. About a bag a week. I am shipping probably about 50, 60 packages a week. 50, 60 packages a week are going out the door here. All right. How do you figure out how to charge each ounce? I don't understand your question because you only have to really worry about ounces is if it's under 1 pound. Under 1 pound, you want to ship first class. And pirate ship is a great place to do that too, because the pirate ship insurance is way cheaper and way better than the USPS insurance that you can add over on eBay. Okay, I want to show you something. We've got about 7 minutes left. I want to show you what my listings look like on the back end and then what it looks like on the front end and why I do it this way. All right, so this is one of my listings. You can see here's the choices that I give. This is kind of my default. I select the USPS retail ground. Now, there's a reason I do that. It is to set customer expectation. It's not so much that it is a savings in cost because it's usually not. It's usually the same price as priority. But you can see it's 2 to 9 business days, and this is 2 to 5 business days. So I give myself a little leeway by doing it that way, by putting the retail ground as the first choice. That is what is going to come up on the listing. It's going to most often be the cheapest method, even if it's the same as priority. Now I do offer the priority as a upgrade. I offer FedEx home delivery, UPS. It's on all my listings. I'm going to show you in a minute. But really, the one that the people see is this USPS retail ground. Do I ship anything USPS retail ground? No, I do not. I do not ship retail ground. I do not ship parcel post. I don't use any economy method to ship. So I'm under promising and over delivering. Everybody's getting an upgrade. Okay, it's getting there faster and it's getting there in an upgraded service that they didn't think that they paid for. And oh, here's another thing you'll note. I now do 2 business days handling time. I decided to stop driving myself crazy trying to get everything out the door, oftentimes in one day, because even though you have until midnight the next day to print the label, if they purchased it at 10 or 11 o'clock at night, I'm already in bed. I don't know that I have an order. That means I gotta ship it the next day. And if I've already planned to be gone all day filming, I can't get it shipped. So, and my girl only comes Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I just made my life way easier and did 2-day handling, because then that gives me 2 days to print the label and then it goes in the mail like the next day. I do try to do it. If she's here and she's shipping, it gets shipped, but it just gave me some breathing room. I don't chase the top rated seller thing anymore. Okay, so back to this. All right, so this is what it looks like on the back end. The other thing that I do is around here, I put in the dimensions. Now you can see I put the standard 12 by 12 by 12 because on eBay, that's all that matters. If it's under 12 by 12 by 12, it's not going to change the price. Apparently on Pirate Ship, that's another story. And then here are your weight increments. So you just need to know where it falls in this weight increment. Or when I have people drafting for me, I have them put in the exact pound, ounces, and then I do the figuring myself of what box that's going to go in. I don't expect my employees to know all of that information. So when I'm finalizing the drafts, I just fill that in. So, and then I just make it, yep, that's what it is. Okay. Now what this looks like on the customer end is right here in this shipping area here. See how it says economy shipping? Boom, diddy boom. And if you go to see details, you will then see the breakdown. Now, what was that zip code I used before? You know what? I think I'm just going to use like 10001. I think that's like a New York or something. And now it's going to show me rates over there. Now you see the difference between the retail ground and the priority rate. And because of my discounted rate, I can do that upgrade and it doesn't cost me that extra. So if the customer paid $13.80, my shipping's going to cost under that $13.80. I've never had a problem with that. So that's what it looks like for the customer. So overpromise, scratch that, reverse, it's a little Willy Wonka there. Underpromise, overdeliver. Oh, why did I've not had any caffeine yet today. I'm trying to break myself with the caffeine. Do I have a handling fee? No, I do not. I use that little cushion from the discounted rate that I get on the shipping versus what the customer pays. That's my cushion. Hey, Fatbird Finds. Fatbird Finds, you're going to have a little shout out in my video tomorrow. Just saying. I found something fun that made me think of you guys. All right. All right, as we wrap it up, we got 2 minutes left. Okay, any big questions that I didn't answer? I think we covered all the big stuff. I think we did. And if you want to know how I package and ship things, I have a playlist called Get Shipped Done. And I know I haven't done any new in a while, and I really need to do some new ones. I've been juggling. But I'll be doing some more of those soon. But I've got a whole playlist. I have shipped everything from glass vases to artwork to little first class stuff to combined shipping. It's all there. It's all there. What kind of scale do I use? I just use one of those 25-pound digital scales. Got it off Amazon for like 20 bucks. Yeah, scales are so easy to get now. I do still love my antique manual scale that sits next to me where I can just set something on it and I can see, you know, how much it weighs. I love that thing. Can I demo the box in a bag? I am sure I've done that in one of my shipping videos. I'm sure I have. All right. Shipping is only scary if you let your brain go there. I mean, yes, is there things that we don't know? Of course, there's always things we don't know. Fear is something we attach to things, and don't take this wrong. Don't take this wrong, but we use it as kind of an excuse not to move forward. It's almost like a self-preservation thing that we say, well, that is scary. I don't want to do it. I'm not going to do it. Whereas if you take the emotion out and look at it from a purely business sense, look at the problem, come up with a solution, Shazam. Think of what's the worst case scenario. The worst case scenario, you ship a breakable piece of glass, it doesn't make it, you got a refund. That is it. It is not the end of the world. It's a disappointment. It's a frustration, but it's a learning experience too, because I guarantee you won't do it the same the next time. So take fear out of the box of your selling endeavors, and don't let fear hold you back. Don't let fear hold you back from huge profitable items that other sellers are afraid to ship. Just saying. Because there's some huge money out there, and you'll hear a lot of sellers say, "Oh, I'm not touching that. I'm not dealing with that." That's opportunity. That's opportunity. All right, everyone. And if you need to continue boost on that, come on over to the Niche to Profit Facebook group, and we'll keep pumping it in there with the positivity, the business building, and we'll get through whatever comes our way. I know there's more questions coming in. Again, come on over to the Niche to Profit Facebook group. We'll talk more about them. Next week, I will be coming to you live from Tampa, Florida. I have no idea who I may bring on camera with me. Maybe I'll bring multiple people on camera with me. It's going to be fun. There's going to be some pretty cool people there. So I will have some mystery guests next week. And I will see you then. And until then, and as always, go be profitable and make it fun. Oh, yes. And thank you, moderators. As always, you are a tremendous help to the channel. I appreciate you so much. Everyone, go check out. Many of them have channels also. Go check out their channels. And now, go have a fantastic Monday, everyone. Bye.